Whoa! Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm back. Hopefully, you are all having a good day. I am also having a good one. So, yeah, what's going on? I don't know. Let's check the news real quick. Alright. Hello. Welcome to the first, uh, bi weekly, potentially, if I'm still working on the overlay in a couple weeks. Bi-weekly Godot stream. That's right. That's what we're doing today. We are going to be working on the overlay. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to go, in all honesty. Um, I've hit a bit of a wall when it comes to like the thing I was working on. I'll show it off. We'll talk about it. Um, because I don't know. I feel like I'm just like wasting my time here trying to like get this to work the way I want it to, but it's not. And the fact that it's not is annoying. Um, but yeah, but then it's like also like I don't wanna like switch to working on something else because then that means I have to like I don't know, the idea of learning or like trying to figure out the animation tree because I don't even know where to like begin or what the issue is. It's a quite a daunting sort of task. Or it seems. I guess, the best way to make it not daunting is to actually lock in and try to figure it out. Um, mm, that's cool. So yeah, we'll see how today goes. And like I said before, if all else fails, the fuck, we can go back to more Blender like we usually do. What am I looking at? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, what's going on? Yesterday we continued working on Revy. For the most part, I think we're done with the shoe. I think I was like in the middle of working on the laces, which is like the last bit, or I might have already finished that. I don't remember if I'm being honest. I had to end this stream a bit earlier or a bit abruptly than usual. Because I had to go do something. But today we should be fine. Um, so we'll see what we'll do today. Um, after the Godot slash maybe Blender stream today. Cause what is it? I've talked about it before, but we'll talk about it a bit later. What else? So yeah, so Revy's coming along nicely. Now that the shoe is like around done, I can start working up to her shorts. I'm gonna finish the first outfit first, all of it complete, and then I'll work on the winter outfit, the winter version, the yeah. But before I do that one, I might also like try to do the long haired version of her as well. There's a few things we still need to do, obviously, but we'll get to them when we get to them. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What the hell? But yeah. All right. Is there anything else to look at? Anything else to see? Do I care about anything else? I don't think so. All right. Oh yeah, updates on the TikTok thing, the idea that I had about multi-streaming to TikTok to uh reach more people, because why not, you know? Um Update. I did not get what is it? I did not get accepted again. So it probably has to do with the fact that um my my actual TikTok page literally has like and one video. I'm not following anyone. No one's following me, and I haven't posted in like a very long time. They probably want someone who, has a bit more of a following. So I probably need to like I probably should have been doing this from like the start. It's like very very annoying to have to like post. I think there is like apps that like, oh, you could like link all your social medias and then post in one place and get it sent everywhere. But I think last time I checked, it costs money, and I was like, I'm not spending money on something that I could do myself for just a little bit of extra time. But then again, it's very obvious that sometimes I don't want to. But yeah, I don't know. I've been ignoring it, posting on other platforms. Um, I'm really bad at that sort of thing, especially since making characters is quite slow. So the periods of like making a character versus posting it is quite a gap. I'm not a very consistent. It's hard to be consistent on that front. All right. Anyway, hold on. I need to. How am I gonna do this? See, I have a window capture here. Oh, this is to capture what's it called? This is back when I tried to capture Duet Night Abyss. Ooh, for some reason, wait, hold on. Let me see. Ooh, can I do that? Or maybe, hold on. Let me see, let me see. Oh, no, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. All right. Let's see if this works. Bam. Um. All right. Here we are. Um. What is it? I showed this off before. I think it was like about a week ago at this point. Um. And I talked a bit about how the overlay, how it's currently working, how it's being made. Um. Ooh, I wonder if there's gonna be any issues. Cause what is it? The current overlay connects to Twitch, and every time I launch the, you know, the overlay using Godot, it connects to Twitch. I wonder if there's going to be like any issues if both of them are connected. Maybe not. I don't know. If there is issues, we could always connect, or I could always switch to the old overlay. As you guys have seen, I accidentally misclick when switching the scene, and I go to the original overlay instead of sticking. Oh yeah, what the hell? Why is it like super? Oh, why is it like not the right size? Weird. Hold on. I think I need to adjust the Windows capture. Or do I? Hold on, let me see something. Maybe that. Hold on. I don't know if that did anything. Anyway, that's fine if you guys can't see a little bit of a little bit of what's undercut. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the new stuff coming up. I haven't. There's no patch notes because I'm like still stuck on a few things. But even though there's no patch notes, I could talk about the stuff that I have been working on in the background. Very simple stuff. So first things first. It's a shame that I was not approved to be able to stream on TikTok because I have set up a separate window for the TikTok capture. So basically, all right, this is the overlay. As you guys can see, I have two windows that are separate to the main one, which is the one you're seeing right now on stream. The first window, this one here. Wait, it's already open. The first window, this one here, is my control room, where I wonder if you could see it here. Yeah, here it is. This is what I see in a different window. I have toggle magenta screen, which toggles the magenta screen on and off. The chat deletion selection. It allows me to delete chat. So that's something that I have on my side. I'm gonna add to this. Obviously, that is the goal, but I need to think of things to add to it. As problems come up, I will find solutions to put into this control room. Or I might also add like funny toggles or just like weird stuff to like toggle on and off for myself because I can't control the overlay once I've exported it to a .exe. So this is my way of controlling it. Um, so yeah, that's the first one. The second one is this window here. Which clashes with that one, but it's fine. So this is the vertical view. This is what the vertical capture would capture. For what's it called? For the TikTok view. So it's basically a magenta screen, which would be alpha keyed out in OBS, and so it'd be the goblin right in front of it, the same way it looks currently on screen, and then obviously Blender would be behind it. So yeah, that's basically it. So there's three windows. One is the main one for Twitch, one is one for TikTok, and then I have a control room to affect the Twitch view, because the TikTok view isn't going to be like that important, unless maybe it will be, in which case I'll deal with that. But I'm not even allowed to stream on TikTok, so until I get that option, um, this is what you'll be able to see. So yeah, but obviously because I have not been accepted yet, I hide it so that when I launch it, it doesn't launch as well. I could technically hide this one as well since I don't need to test it right now, but All right. So the thing. Oh yeah, and with this new window, because what is it? I used the same script that the Twitch window uses, which is the voice edit blend shapes, which, you know, depending on the volume, it sets the blend shape dependent, and it's clamped from 0 to 2. I had to make a duplicate of it because what is it? If both of them had the reset, because you can see here I hid the reset. Um, it just like wouldn't work for some reason. Because I think it had an issue to do with like getting the microphone. It's like I don't need to make both of them stop the mic. I only need one of them to stop the mic so that the delay doesn't get as bad. So I made a duplicate, and this duplicate powers the TikTok view, and then this original one is for the Twitch view. I might have to do something similar for the despawn script, because what is it? The despawn script is shared by the goblins that get launched as well as the turtles. But I added this like if cause, like if it's a turtle, then don't do anything. But if it isn't a turtle, then add a timer for it to despawn after a minute. Um the issue with having both of them share the same script is that it passes a mesh, a goblin mesh. But because the turtle doesn't use goblin meshes, I end up getting an error in the debugger, telling me that like, oh, we couldn't find the goblin mesh. This doesn't crash the game, so it's like fine, or it doesn't crash the overlay. Can I add child? Where is this from actually? My follower handler message. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that I guess that explains why that doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. Um, so yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make a duplicate of this and make one for the goblin, which I guess is technically already the one for the goblin, and then make another one for the turtle. But I didn't want to like do it because I was like, if I could do it in one script, I'll just keep it on one script because then it's like neater. Um, all right, so let's talk about the main issue that I've been having. So when messages get long, they start to overlap on the screen, which covers up the visibility of whatever is shown. So my idea was that I found out the font, like I said, which is 16. Um, and I added a max size to it, which is over here. Wait, where is it? Max box size, 80 pixels or 80. Um, and so yeah, the idea is, what is it? It prepares the message. All this stuff is just like it basically preparing the message until here. So I get the font text. This is the original idea, and then I ran into a bit of a wall. So the original idea was that I would get the max font, which is 16 at the moment, and then I'd put it in this string font size. It kind of works like a bit of a, I think it's like an HTML, where it's like you could put things in front of it to dictate how the text is going to be. So if we put font size is equal to 16, let's say, then the font size will be 16. So we take the font size text, which is this one, and then the message, which, you know, is made over here, and then we add them, which basically just appends the text onto each other. I tested this to make sure that it worked, so that isn't the issue. And then we set the chat message, which is on the turtle, to the final message. Now, okay, this doesn't work, so technically I can delete this. I commented out instead of deleting it, so a lot of my scripts are like very messy. I'd need to go back and actually like delete the stuff that I actually don't want to keep. Cause what is it? Once it works, I'm like, I'm done. I don't have to touch it anymore. Which obviously leaves a lot of mess. Okay. Is it possible for me to show you guys? I don't think it is because I'm capturing the window. I'd have to capture. I don't want to capture my desktop view because I guess I'm gonna have to switch it manually. All right, let's test this out. I'm gonna run the current scene. Okay. Or should I explain it first? So yeah, the issue that I'm having. Well, obviously the issue is that when the text gets too big, it makes things unreadable. So the thing that I thought of was that I set a max height, and then if the box is bigger than the max height, decrease the font size of the text, and because it's a container box, it should auto scale down to fit the text that's inside of it. Keep on decreasing the font until it's below the maximum height, and that's basically it. So long text on screen will be kind of hard to read, but that's like the price we'll have to make in order to, make things readable. Um, and so the issue I'm having is that for some reason it doesn't get the right size. So let me start it so you guys can see. Let's see. Oh, let's hope this works, and let's hope that this doesn't like I don't know, bug out because I'm already connected. Hopefully my computer can handle all these tabs opened up and doesn't like explode in on itself. I guess I could close out of this. I don't need this right now. One thing that I also thought about yesterday, which doesn't have to do with any of this stuff, but I should be rating a lot of people a lot more, which I don't. Um, that's my bad. Hello, Broly. How are you? Oh, wait, did the? Oh God, I have like too many things opened up. I'm getting confused. All right. So you can see there, it prints out the size of the box. So the size is 100. That's the X value, and 360, D68. The what's it called? Oh God, not a fucking view shit. Whatever. Not a bot coming in, ruining the show. All right, hold on. I need to delete that message. Oh, but which one? Which one's the real one? Oh God. Hold on. Wait, what? Oh, that's another issue. Oh, I need to fix that. For some reason, my chat deletion selection is stuck at 1, and it won't change something else. That's weird. Anyway, I can still delete that, but hold on. I need to write that down. I mean, I guess we could look at it now, but let me write it down so I don't forget it. But how are you, Broly? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh wait, I wrote that down already. Oh shit. Whoops. I should have looked at my notes. All right. So yeah, as you can see, I printed it out. But if we look at the remote and we look at the message that Broly sent and we look at the size of it, that is correct. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me let's reset because this is the changes that I was working on, which weren't working. So let's reset so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because this is like another issue entirely. This is like an issue that I made, not an issue that is actually wrong with the overlay. That's good. Good stuff. All right. So let me type in test. Okay. It says that the box is 100x 40y. But if you look into the remote, which is the actual overlay as it is right now, and we look at the panel container and look at the size, the Y is 46. Okay? So that's wrong. Also, I don't know why the size X is slowly decreasing. That was also like something that I noticed, but at the moment it's a non-issue, so I'm not going to worry about it. But if I put in a bigger message, let's say test, it's still stuck at 40. But if we look at the overlay, which yeah, I guess you could look at the overlay on screen. If you look at the overlay on screen, they're clearly not the same size. One of them is taller than the other. And so I don't know why they're the same. It's like it boggles the mind. And I've looked and it does like it is getting the right things. Like it is getting the right turtles because it's what is it? When I've done like print out the name of the turtle, it's printing out the right name. So it is getting the right turtles. But for some reason, and it's I think it's using the original turtle size because what it is if we go into the turtle and we go to local and we look at the panel container for the turtle, the original size is 100 to 40. So it's pulling the original size for some reason it like doesn't make sense. And so this whole idea that I had to like reduce the size based on the current size gets thrown out the window because for some reason the size doesn't update when you instantiate the turtle. It's like I don't understand um why it does that because I've tried so much. Because what is it? Um, like I thought like maybe it was doing it like maybe the change was happening too soon, and so I tried to add a timer, but clearly that didn't work. Um, this is stuff that I tried doing today, where I tried like resetting the size. I tried updating the minimum size. That didn't doesn't do anything. I tried force updating the transform, which doesn't also do anything. The only thing that does something is box reset size, but it's not like perfect. So yeah, I don't know. Why don't I just put them in a container and scale that? Put what in a container? What? Because what is it? I already put the text in a container. And the container auto scales based on how much text there is. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I've tried looking up why this is happening, why it works like this. I don't know because what is it? People have reported like I don't know if it's the same issue that I'm having, but people have like done bug reports where the text in the inspector is not the same as the text in the output. But this was like in Godot 4.2 or 4.3. This is Godot 4.5, so it's been two updates, and if it's the same issue, then it hasn't been fixed yet. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other solutions to this problem. But I've been so busy trying to make it work this way that I haven't actually like sat down and actually thought of other ways to fix this. So I guess that's one thing that we're going to do today. We're going to I guess try to brainstorm how to fix this. Whether it's actually fixing it the way I have it right now or finding a different solution. And then what else can we do? We can let me see. Because yeah, what is it? I talked a bit a while ago how I'm looking at this one video here, how to create an intelligent AI in Godot 4 by DevWorm. It basically uses a add-on called Limbo AI, which allows you to make behavior trees for your characters. Um, so it's not like it's like AI in the old sense, where it's like character enemy AI or something, and not like the you want to scale text for all. Wait. Maybe I should reduce the scale of text. It might be. I don't know. But then we run into the same issue still, where it's like I can't like. Oh well, I mean, I'm not like the most savvy when it comes to like game engines, so I can't answer that. Um, that's also like another issue that I talked about because I don't know a lot about how Godot works. There's like maybe some solutions that I don't know about because I don't I'm just not aware of it. But yeah, we run into the same issue where like I could also scale it down, but I have nothing to like compare it to. Because that's the issue that I'm having right now is I can't compare the size of the box because it's not able to get the size of the box correctly. Oh yeah, that's why I kind of just looked up like I don't know how to make like a character, uh, an enemy, or just like yeah, just like oops, just a character like do things randomly. You know, that's basically what I'm looking for. Like just like get a character to do something random. Oh wait, oops, did I accidentally start the video? I did. Whoops. Let's pause that. And so this is the video that I saw. This video is a year old as well, so maybe it's not like up to date in terms of like what can be done. So yeah, so scaling it might work because what is it? The thing that I was doing was I was changing the font size, and because obviously if the font gets smaller, then what's it called? If the font gets smaller and the container scales based on the text size, then you know, in theory, it'll scale down. But then again, like I said, because I can't test or I can't like I don't have anything to base it on. I can't just like start it, you know? If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making a lot of sense here. Oh. Hmm. And so yeah, I wonder what the issue is. Cuz at the moment I don't know. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I've also looked up I also have some stuff pulled up about animation trees which you could also take a look at as well. Um what did you go with the text? So yeah, wait, hold on. So to go with the text is at the moment, if we look at the text right now, the text box right now, you know, this is the size of the box. It's a 100 by 40. Um, and you know, when someone types in something big, ooh, the box extends upwards, right? I want to add a limit to how big the box can get. So, what's the size right now? Does it tell me? 92. Um, but when I in the script when I ask, "Hey, what is the size? What is the Y size of the box right now?" It doesn't give me the right answer. As you can see down here, it's saying that it's 40. But if you look at the overlay, the boxes are not the same. They vary in size, so they can't all be 40. Also, hello, RD Kelem. How are you? So it's like not telling me the right thing. That's the issue because I can't get the actual size of the boxes. I can't be like, oh, if this box is bigger than like a certain size, then do this or like scale the text down so that the box shrinks or something like that. That's the issue that I'm having. It's not telling me the right answer. Because I could go in and see how big the boxes are. This box is 92 pixels big, and this box is 51 pixels. They're not all 40, you know? Oh no, the issue is not that the text won't show. The issue is that if the text is too long, like you see in the overlay, it like goes over the screen. Like it goes over the Godot screen that you're able to see right now. And so I want to like add a limit to how big it can go so it doesn't cover up too much of the screen. Because you could type something really big in the chat right now and it will cover up the screen, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to like fix that by sort of like shrinking the text down so that the box stays small. The reason why I can't make it wide is because the turtles, if I start making it too wide, it starts like leaking into the other text of the turtles. And what is it? I don't want that to happen, because otherwise I'm gonna have to like space out the turtles like way more, just to fill in the text, you know. So yeah, I'm fine if the text is like so small that it's unreadable. I'm okay with that. I just want it to fit, basically. So yeah, that's the issue that I'm having, and I've been like rattling my brain. I don't understand why it's not giving me the answer that I want, and why it's like telling me that it's 40 when it's clearly not the case. And I tried a few solutions, like what is it? If I tell the chat box to reset the size, and we run this again, if I tell it to reset, oh shit, whoops, did I have that on? Oh, I did, whoops. Whatever. Um, oh yeah, but you guys won't be able to see this. Mm, okay, hold on. Okay, now it's just coming out weird. But it is updating, which is the weird thing. It's updating as it's supposed to now. But if I show you guys like what I'm looking at, let me see. Uh, uh, mm, 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 mm. Oh god, which one is it? Oh wait, that doesn't work. You get width of it, then offset it for the wide method. But yeah, but then it's the same issue that like the width is not correct, or I guess the width is correct, but because I'm not like because I'm not expanding it via the width, unlike I'm doing it now where I'm expanding it via the height. I haven't been able to test it basically if it'll work. But if it doesn't work in the height, then why do I expect it to work on the width, you know? Anyway, this isn't showing. Hold on. Okay, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Anyway, let's go back to this. So what is it? When I add that, when I add the what's it called? Chat box reset size. As you can see down here, the X becomes 1 because originally the length of the box is 1. But then the height actually changes based on the actual size of the box. Because if you go into remote and we look at the size of this box here, it is 340 pixels. So why is that printing it out right now, but in the past it wasn't? Like I don't know, I don't know what's going on. It's very very odd. And what is it? I think this is wrong though. Is this 46? No, this is also like 340. Oh wait, what? Is this also 340? Wait, what? Yeah, it is. Oh, because I guess they're the same text. I don't, for some reason it gets it wrong the first time, which is also like a bit mind-boggling. But it gets it right the second time, which is weird. But I guess I don't know. It's just odd. I don't know. All right, me. Let's start brainstorming ways to fix this. So I can't get the height, the length, the size of the box. The size of the box does not work. So I have to use something else to maybe position. Does position change? Hold on, let me test it out. Position negative. It must change. 45 negative. Mm. Oh wait, let me disable this. So we could start brand new. So did I get a message? No, I didn't. I think there is some element who have transfer material with. Yeah, the container where all the text is in is like a transparent black. That is correct. All right. Wait, what? Okay, well, but why? Why is it working now though? Is it working? It's not though, because this is saying 989, which is wrong. Hold on. Oh, yeah, because that's like super extended. What? I didn't change anything, did I? Why is it weirding out right now? Uh, okay, that clearly isn't working. Because there's no way that those two texts are both 989. Where is it getting these numbers from? Because what is it? The size is 46. The Y is 46. How is this is what I'm talking about? It doesn't make any sense. How are you making the gap between them? Um, it's a different method. What is it? Where is it? Oh, is it not here? Oh, it's under handler. So this is the thing that I talked about like a while ago. The way I moved the turtles is a bit maybe not the best idea. It's a bit of a weird one. So basically, when a turtle gets created, it gets moved by applying an impulse to it. So an impulse is applied to the turtle, and that's how it moves. Is it bugged? But inspector value should matter right as you are updating it. Yeah, the value in the inspector is what I'm trying to get. What the hell? But for some reason, it's. That one says 200 now. I guess that was a big message. Like, why is it adding? Is it? Yeah, it's not. Well, I don't know what's going on. I'm lost for words. But is there a way to use position per chance? What's his position on this one? The Y position, maybe? 33377. How about this one? Wait, oops. Did I just hit? God. What is it? I mean, size Y not matching with print value is valid result that you're changing it based on text. But yeah, but this is updating based on the text. The value in the inspector is the right value. Because what is it? The original value is 40. That's like how big the text is. And as you can see, it's changing to fit the containers. What is this? This is 46. And this one is 207. So the value is changing. This one's 253. So the value in the inspector is the right one. And the value being printed out, I don't know where it's getting it from. Oh, what the hell? Run level, then check values. Oops. Wait, what? Alright, wait, hold on. Wait, let me test something out real quick. These, what position is this? 538. 538. So the position is the same on the Y front. Is that something I could use? I don't know. The position shifted by 15 pixels. Maybe? But I might run into the same issue. Hold on. Instead of printing the size, let's print the position. Why was size changing every second when there's no new text? I think maybe you were talking about the uh I don't know. Sometimes the X value, which doesn't matter, slowly like gets smaller and smaller. It's not happening right now, but I did see it does happen sometimes. I don't know why, but that's like irrelevant because the main thing is the Y value. All right, wait, let's test this out. Okay. Oh, but now the Y changed. No negative. What the fuck? So yeah, it's having the same issue that the other one had, where it's not spitting out the right thing. Like, where did the negative come from? I'm so confused. Wait, whoops. Hmm. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Because what is it? I also tried changing the container sizing to all the different ones, and it also didn't seem to change anything with the outcome. The outcome remains the same even after changing the container sizing. All right, so getting the size, getting the position doesn't work. How else can I test for the size of the box if that doesn't work? Hmm. I don't know. This might be something that I'm just gonna have to like skip for now and like figure out how to fix at a later date because at least for now I can't figure it out and I can't think of an alternative solution to this problem. So maybe I need a break. I need a breather to come up with a better solution. Hmm. 'Cause, yeah. How how annoying. Anyway, what else can we do? Oh yeah, I guess let's try to fix that issue that I came across today, where the drop down to select a chat is stuck at one for some reason. Now let me see if that is also the case in this debugged version. Yeah, it's I'm selecting two, but it's printing out one. Although I didn't realize there was a debug for that still. Whoops, that shouldn't be the case. So why is that happening? Um, does update chat options, is that forcing me into Into the first one, perchance? Huh. Maybe it is. Maybe that's why it's fucking up. Hello, Catless. How are you? Cause what is it? Let me hide that and let me restart the overlay. And let me put some test text in the chat. Oh wait, hold on. No, never mind. What the hell? Go away. Go away. I don't care about you. What am I trying to do? See, that works. So weird. When I update the chat option, it forces me back at 1. I wonder how I go against that. Or how I make it not do that. Because this is a solution to a previous issue that I had that I talked about. Because what is it? So this is for the control room, specifically for the chat deletion function. So the way it works is I have a... Oh, wait, I can show you. Not that. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's not here. It's here. So here we go. This is what I have. So I have a little menu, and I have a chat deletion selection. So I have a little drop down that contains the messages currently on screen, which is usually 3 selections: first, second, and third message. And then there's a button underneath that I can click to delete the message that I have selected in this box here. So the script for that is so on button press, when I click the delete selected chat button, it gets the turtle. Do I need this? I think this is, wait, why do I have this here? Variable turtle number. Turtle options dot get selected ID. Oh yeah, because then I call it. Okay. So yeah, I get the turtle, and then I delete it. And that's it. And then I update chat options. Now, update chat options, the way this works is it clears the options, because if I don't clear it, then it's just going to keep on adding for it infinitely. And then it gets the amount of children there are in chat handler, which is where, what is it? It's where the turtles are put in. It gets the children, and then for each child, it adds it to the drop-down menu. And so what is it? The previous issue that I had with this was that because the whole idea of like the turtle touching the water to delete, because that like takes time and it's not immediate, the drop down would have 4 selections for only 3 turtles on screen. And so, in theory, if I tried to delete the 4th turtle that just got deleted in the water, the overlay would crash because it'd be like there's nothing there. It's a null selection, so it just doesn't work. So the previous solution was just like, oh, I know that I shouldn't select the last turtle because it obviously got deleted by the water. But then obviously there'd be issues where like if I delete the middle, the message in the middle, then it like might get confusing, like which is the one in the end. So what I added to sort of fix that issue is that when an option is selected in the drop-down menu, it calls update chat options. So if there is 4 selections in the drop-down, as long as I select one of them, it auto updates the chat and so it goes from 4 to 3 like it should be. So this is like a band-aid fix to that issue. But I guess this band-aid fix broke something because as soon as you update the chat option, it automatically sets the selection to the first one. Um, and it doesn't let you select any of the other selections for some reason. Um, so I guess I could try to sort of use this index here to pass it along. Um, because what is it? How would I go about doing that? Let me see. Wait, where am I? Because what is it? What the hell? I'm getting like so many messages. Um, because yeah, right now selected is at -1, so I guess I need to get selected. Okay. How do I go about doing this? Okay, so we put a selected that is going to be an int. An int has to be passed, and so that we could put index in here. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Where is it? Here as well. Unbutton press. Selected. I guess let's go -1. Does that work? Okay. For some reason this is gray. I don't know, or yellow. I don't know why. Primer selected is never used. Well, I guess technically, I mean it's not used in here, but when you call on it, oh yeah, oh yeah, because I'm gonna add that in right now. That's why. Okay, so it clears selection. If it has children, add children, and then after that, does it matter? Hold on. Oh wait, I can make what is it? I can make chat options dot selected, and I can make that equal selected, which is a bit confusing. I probably should let's change this to something else so it's not the same. All right. So the way this works, or the way it hopefully should work, um, so you select an option, and then it updates. It clears it. It adds how many there are, and then if there's a selection, it puts the previous selection already in there as the one that's selected. I might have to put an if statement like if there isn't a selection, then set it to -1. Because I think it's already at -1, and I think -1 must mean that nothing is selected. Yeah, -1 is no item selected. I'd probably just set it to -1 always. Oh no, that probably won't work actually. All right, let's test this out. Let's see if this works. But yeah, hopefully you're doing hopefully you're doing well, Catless. Sorry. Um, sorry for being distracted. Oh, it crashed. Never mind, it didn't work. So what's the issue? Oh, okay, because I'm also updating it here. So I need to add an option. I might make this -1 actually. That's like the end all be all, or like the sweeping selection to catch any errors. Just make it -1. That might actually work. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it works. It didn't crash, which is a good sign. Let's add a few texts. Let's add a couple. All right, so let's see. Okay, so it's a -1 right now. So if I select 2, it is 2, good. If I select 1, it is 1. Bam, it works. But let's actually see if it actually deletes. Or actually, no, hold on. Let's test out what the issue was. So let's add 2 more texts in there so that the turtle gets deleted. And so now, if I select 1, bam, okay, I fixed it. Ah, oh, sickness. It works. Ah, oh, fantastic. So good. I mean, you guys can't see it. Or maybe, hold on. What is it? Because right now the I'm using the current overlay, the .exe file, but maybe I should switch the overlay to the overlay that shows up when I play the game, because then you guys could see what I'm looking at. I think that's the best idea. The issue with that though is that the the turtle mouth, not the turtle, what? The goblin mouth moving won't work immediately. Although I could probably bring the timer down, but I don't know how good of an idea that is. I guess let's do it. Here, let's bring the timer down from 300 to I guess 30. All right. So I'm going to close out of the overlay. Yeah. Okay. So the overlay is gone. And then let me tell it to get that. There you go. And then I just need to flip the lever. Bam. Okay. So this is the current overlay that we're looking at. So as you can see, it works. Um, basically. All right. So that was a very easy fix, thankfully. Um, I still haven't figured this out yet, though, and I probably never will. Cause what is it? Wait, does this? I'm trying to let me refresh my head again. Does this work the way I think it does? Hold on. If I refresh this, will this show up on OBS? Oh, it does not. Or I have to like manually select the right one. Okay, hopefully that doesn't. That shouldn't cause any issues, right? I don't think so. Anyway, um, I need to flip the switch. Okay, so this is what happens when I put reset size on here. So if I put test, that's the outcome. It's flat. But if we look, I think if you look at the remote and we look at the sizing, it's not correct. Okay, never mind. Um, I thought they were going to be the same or it was going to work. But what is it? And then afterwards, I would apply this, but I don't think it helps or I don't think it changes anything for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, this doesn't work. So yeah, I don't know how to fix that, and I don't know any other solutions on how to fix that. So I'm just gonna have to live with the fact that big messages will just have to be deleted for the time being, until I could figure out a solution um, to shrinking big messages. Because at the moment, the solution that I wanted to do does not seem to work. Very annoying. Um, yeah, because it probably would have worked, but for some reason, it doesn't spit out the right number. And I can't understand why. Hmm. All right. let's work on something else then. So one thing that I want to add, which I kind of need to fix as well. I want, I want, because what is it? The idea that I had before when it came to like someone following. At the moment, when someone follows, it launches a goblin across the screen, which I guess I could show it off how it looks. I do have, uh, where is it? If I unhide this and replay it. Oh wait, but you guys won't be able to see it because yeah, because it's not immediate. Whoops. Okay, that's annoying. You see, very briefly, there's a goblin all the way over there because it got launched um across the screen, and after a minute, it should despawn. So the original idea was that when someone followed, a goblin would spawn in, but they wouldn't be launched. They would just walk around and sort of just like fuck around in this environment. Now the environment is not very big. It's not very detailed. There's not much to do. But that's like the current idea um, of something you might want to add. Uh, there's a few issues. Number one, the animations are kind of busted or broken. I need to like remake them. Because what is it? When moving the characters into Godot, I applied a few transforms, and that kind of like messed up the way the bones were. Oh yeah, there he goes. It disappeared. It messed up the way the bones sort of worked. It might actually be an easy fix now thinking about it, but I need to go back and actually fix it. Wait, hold on. Let me put this on the screen. There we go. But yeah, so I was like I said, I was looking at this video talking about this add-on. I kind of don't want to just like sit here and watch it though. I feel like it's kind of boring. Because what is it? I'm still not sure if I'm going to use this. That's the issue. Is that like I'm watching it to see how this person implements it into their game, so that I could be like, if this is something that I think is good and I want to implement it like this, then I'll end up following along or like using it. But I haven't decided yet. Um, I don't know. What other ideas do I have? Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see. Because what is it? I think the. Oh wait, can't hear me. Wait, what? Oh, you spooked me. Maybe I should set up a way to like swap the goblin model and maybe be able to swap it either in the control room or maybe through a command. Because I have made it so I can swap the mesh and it works, or like it stays the same. I get to just spazzing out. Oh really? It is quite reactive to like any little bit of noise. Where is it? Goblin models. Stump models. So yeah, I can just easily drag and drop the mesh. Oh yeah, this one doesn't have the hat. And I could drag and drop the default, and that one works too. But obviously I have to do this within the actual, what's it called? The actual engine, and I can't change it on the fly once I hit play. So maybe it'd be a good idea to make something like that. But I guess it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, how are you, Zotic? Hopefully you're doing well. You've caught me in the middle of testing the overlay. Work on animation tree. Yeah, because it is it. I think I've briefly touched. Ooh, what am I saying? Touched it. I do have an animation tree here. Um, there's a few options to like how you want your animation tree to be. Animation root node, blend tree, a 2D, 1D. There's also a state machine option. Animation node, animation. I don't know what the difference are. What am I using? I'm using blend space at the moment. Did I actually set the... Oh wait, animation tree inactive. Activate to enable playback and check no loading after fails. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by, Zotic. Have a good one. Alright, wait. Animation tree is inactive. Does not have an animation tree selected. Maybe that's the issue. Because what is there's a few animations. Hmm. I think I might have to reset this because oh wait. Because I honestly don't remember what I was doing here. Anyway, what'd you say? Used 1D. Let's see. I got this for you. Let me see. Animation tree. It's only a 10-minute video. I guess. Let's watch it. Let's watch it together. I'm not gonna put it up on screen because I don't know. Is there already enough on screen? I'll just listen to it, but I'll put the volume up so you guys can hear it too. Let's see.
All right, welcome back. Before we get started today, if you hear any meows or pleads for milk or food, that is the newest member of our family, the little one here in this picture. Her name is Rosa, and we picked her up on the side of the road about a week ago, been dealing with all the medical issues with that. So if you hear anything, that's why. But what we're going to be working on today is we're going to be working on blend shapes and calling methods. We're going to start with calling methods. It isn't too complicated, but real quick, we are going to have to create a couple scripts. So I'm going to create a new folder here, and we're just going to call this folder code. And within this folder, we're going to go ahead and create two new scripts, and they're just going to be called test method. One's going to be C#, one's going to be Godot script. All right. I'm not going to go into a full breakdown on these. All I'm going to do is just one method for each one. And all that's going to have is visible equals not visible. All this is going to do is take whatever the current visibility of this mesh is and then invert it and make that the current visibility of this mesh. This is just going to toggle whether something is visible or not, and we're going to use this for testing. And make sure to extend node 3D, and we're just going to go ahead and real quick do that on the C# side as well. And I had to rename the name just because the name of the class can't be the same as the name of the method in C sharp. But regardless, now we've got that. We've got new test method and it just toggles the visibility. So if we go back over here, we're going to real quick just make a little cube. We can set this as to whatever. Set it as a new mesh and we'll set the standard and we'll set emission to some bright color. Nothing too crazy. Okay. And let's put this above the player so that that way we can just see it for testing purposes. And we're going to disable it. So if we go over to animation player, we're going to set this on an animation that is constantly playing in the upper body, but not in the lower body. So if we toggle this real quick, all right, had a little hiccup
Ugh.
there. Had to exit the scene and come back, but now we've got the proper animation player playing. If we go over and look around, we can go ahead and make sure that this is looping. And let's just add a track. Got a bunch of different options here. Usually, if you're going to want to change any of these options, it is better to go over here and create a key. So you can create a new key on any sort of function or variable, and you can change these things on the fly using whatever animation player you have open. But in this case, for specifically calling method, it is easier just to go ahead and hit add track and call method. And then you select the object that you want to call the method on. In this case, it's going to be the mesh instance 3D. And if we scroll down here to the bottom, we now have this line right here. Let's go ahead and disable the animation tree. So we're just looking at the animation in the animation player. So we can see right here as he starts to turn his head, let's go ahead and create a new key. And then you'll get all of these different options. In this case, our script is not actually applied, so that is not there, but you can see we have every function that is available on any object when it just inherits from Mesh Instance 3D. So we have things like removing child, getting physics process, all sorts of things. But we're going to close that out and we're going to go ahead and implement the script real quick. And we're just going to do the test method CS. And if we go right here and hit insert key, if we go up to the top, you can now see the new test method. An important thing to note is that calling methods won't typically work in the inspector. We do actually have to hit play for this. So we're going to make it so that when he turns back this way, we're just going to call that method again. And remember, it turns it on or off each time. It just toggles the visibility. So it should toggle back and forth. So if we hit the animation tree here, the filters are not including that function. So you see how the mesh instance 3D here is actually outside of the tree. It is not a part of the skeleton, but because an animation is referencing that for a method call, we can now toggle whether the mask allows that or not. So in this case, we do want the ability for the upper body to control that because the animation for looking around is in that upper body. So if we go ahead and toggle that and then we hit play, what we should see is it turning on and off as he looks back and forth. And just like that, it works just fine. So that's basically how you call method functions from within animation. This can be extremely useful. I use this personally for any time the enemy is attacking or the player is attacking to call the method to enable or disable the collision. You also can do it with footsteps. Just always be
Mm.
careful that you make sure your filters are set up. I cannot tell you how much time I've spent trying to figure out why my upper body was not calling animation events when it was just the filter disabling it. So we have that functional. Let's go ahead and go over blend shapes. So blend shapes are an incredibly powerful part of animation, and I use it to great effect in Hermit. First, we're going to have to hop over to Blender. Blend shapes, basically what they are is repositioning of the vertices in relative space to their original position. Real quick, we're just going to reset the pose of the skeleton. We don't need this to be animated for now. And we're going to select the mesh, and we're going to hide that skeleton to make things easier. And if you come down here to the three little dots, you're going to see a couple options here. First, vertex groups, and this is how you actually,
Okay, wait. At this point, he's just like teaching us how to make blend shapes. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit.
it won't actually reflect against the test shape. Biceps larger, give them a little bit of muscles. So if we go back to object mode and we slide that value, you now see the mesh deforms. And you can actually do this in the other direction. So if you put the minimum to -1, you can shrink it down, and now he has deflated biceps. So as a result, you can use this to do very complex interactions with the character, not just with changing the body's shape, but also if you wanted to counteract something. For example, if the knee bends too far and the mesh doesn't look right, you can then create a blend shape that occurs just when the knee is bending and accounts for that. A lot of very high-end AAA games will do this in order to counteract the issues with bone-based animation. For now, we're just going to set this to 1. We're going to set the minimum value to 0 and the maximum value to 1. And if we go to object mode, make sure to set the skeleton back to pose mode, re-enable its visibility, and we're just going to select all this, and we're going to export this as we normally would, and make sure to always use your preset. All right, and we're back in Godot. It should just import automatically. There shouldn't be any issues, but if we go back into Animation Player, okay, so look around did disable the looping. Sometimes it does this. You just have to be careful about that. So if you go down to the character body mesh, you now see another tab on the character mesh. Before it was just skeleton and surface material override. Now we have blend shapes. And so we can manipulate this and change it to whatever we like. Now, Godot does the default to -1 to 1, but if you are manipulating it via code, you can actually go farther than this, and maybe we'll go over that in another episode.
That's
We
true.
can just leave this as is, or we can also manipulate it via an animation player. An interesting quirk, when I did testing for this video, I found that the blend shape track just simply did not work for me in playing or in editing. So instead, I found a workaround. If you select the mesh and you go up to the key option, you can go ahead and create a new key track for this property. So I just set it to Bezier curves. I disable create reset tracks, and I create a new track. So you can see right here we have the new track, and we have it automatically defaults to whatever the value currently is. So we can just set this down to there, and let's disable the animation tree again just to look at the animation. And so when he looks this way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new key, and this new key I'm going to set the value to 1. And if you go down here, you can also see the curves mode. So if you manipulate the curves, you can also make things smoother or harsher of a transition. But be aware when it comes to blend shapes, the value here is very extreme. So in this case, value 1 is all we really need. And you'll notice in the animation, you see how the biceps expand. If we set this up to something extreme like 29, yeah, that's obviously not what. All right, so we'll set that back down to 1. Now we can go ahead here and create another key, and we'll just duplicate this one, and then in the end, we'll duplicate the first one. That's fine. We're just going to set this to 0. So if we go back, watch the biceps as they expand and then contract back to the way they were. And to make this a little bit more noticeable, we can also set the value to -1 default on both ends. So it starts out as very deflated and then expands and then deflates again. Now this is just for testing, but you can go ahead and throw it into the animation player and watch it there as well. Here in the animation player, once again, it's not visible, and that's because we also have to set up the filtering for that. So you can see how the blend shapes here are separated out by themselves, and if we select that right there, you can notice now once again it is expanding and contracting. Because remember that upper body animation is handling the look around animation. And if we hit wave, it'll just blend straight into that. And because it is blended exactly like everything else in the transitions, it blends perfectly just like the animation. All right, so that's going to be it. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter video today. We are going to go.
Okay. That's interesting. Making calls within the animation. Trying to think how I would use that. Hmm. All right. Give me 1 second. I will be real quick. I'm gonna come back. Continue. Um, with Godot for a bit. So yeah. BRB. Hello, I'm back. All right. Um. So yeah, it's pretty good to know though. Cause what is it? I guess I was like thinking of ways to use it. My first thought was like, I think maybe even he mentioned it in the video when like you swing for an attack. I think he said like you would like disable collisions or whatever. Um. I mean not for that specifically, but what is it? I still need to think about how I could use that. But now that I know that it exists, I keep it in my mind for a bit. Anyway, while I was gone, I did get reminded about the fact that I haven't really done much talking other than talking about the overlay, which I guess is like fine, you know. What's it called? I am very like fixated on this. I am quite excited about it. So it's a lot to talk about. Use specific input and do an emote like F1 to dance. Um, it didn't seem like that, at least in the video. Because what is it? The animation was triggering the what's it called? What am I saying? Oh, I guess no. Yeah, I see what you mean. Wait, no, wait, no. I still don't see what you mean. All right. What was I gonna say? Uh, yeah. All right. I might actually continue watching this video about the creating a behavior tree for a character because I kind of want to see how it works. This is like a 1 hour video though. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I want to watch it a bit more to see if this is what I want to do. Basically, so maybe we'll do that. Are you not making input maps in project settings? Not really because it's a little bit different. Because what is it? I'm not controlling the character as if like moving it. But I guess it could work for like keybinds and stuff. Like in case I want to trigger something, I could make a keybind. Because what is it? This isn't like a typical game where I plan on moving the main goblin character. Whoops, sorry. Although maybe in the future that could be something I add. Yeah, but for now I don't have anything in mind for what to do with that off the bat or anything in mind I want to do right now. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Later today we might play more Terraria. I'm not too sure because that's the one thing I said I was gonna talk about it. Um, about what we're gonna be doing later because we weren't able to do anything yesterday due to me having to like end it a bit abruptly. Might do that later today. Another thing. that I've seen, which I am really excited about, Asuka is having an update, I think like next week, which hopefully it updates like the current world that I have. Like hopefully I don't have to make a new world to experience the update. But the update looks pretty sick. Yeah, I do know how that works. I just haven't done it because I haven't like had a use to do it yet, you know. But yeah, it's looking pretty dope. They're adding like stuff to the ocean because isn't really much of an incentive to go out into the ocean. I guess maybe to like fish, but then like I think like the boats were bugged at some point, which hopefully that gets fixed. So I didn't actually like touch the boat feature or the fishing in the ocean and stuff like that. But it looks like they're adding new islands and stuff, so they're actually incentivizing leaving the island you start off in. And there's I think they even added like a dragon or something. It's crazy. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But that might get me to play it on stream again. Perchance, maybe at some point. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let me continue watching this video to see more about what this has, what's in store for this. Um, because yeah, that is potentially something. I don't know. I guess I'm not too sure where to start off with it. Because what is it? Obviously, I'm gonna have to instantiate these goblins that are gonna be like walking around the scene, and then what? All right, let's just watch. Let's look into it. But yeah, in the future, it'd be a good idea to like make keys so I could do like little emotes. It might actually not be a bad idea. Um, or like maybe change the way I'm sitting on the log to add a bit more expressions. I'll add that to like the list of things I need to add. Which where is that list exactly? Is it here? No. Maybe add particle systems, just like rain or firefly. You might be able to do that in stream. Yeah, fireflies might be a good idea. Rain too. Ooh, I can make it like raining on days where it's actually raining outside. I know in the future, what is it when it comes to the sort of more like Christmassy season? I want to add snow falling down particles. Let's do that. Let's take a dive into how the particle system works in Godot. Sure. Is particles 2D and particles 3D? Is that the case? Art. There's CPU particles and GPU particles. CPU-based 3D particle node used to create a variety of particle systems and effects. Use GPU. Integrate varieties of particles, which is an emitter that generates some number of particles at a given rate. Alright. Alright, let me shrink some of these down, because some of these are taking up a lot of room. Shit, whoops. Alright, what's wrong with you? Nothing is visible because meshes have not been given assigned to draw passes. A material to process the particles is not assigned. No behavior is imprinted. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is true. I don't wanna put more C more what's it called? What am I saying? subemitter. Oh no, I don't need that. I don't want to put more stress on the CPU than there already is. All right, what? Draw pass material. Process particles not assigned. Some behavior is imprinted. Hmm. Use process materials to add a particle process material to configure particle appearance and behavior. Alternatively, you can add a shader material which to particles. Particle systems, controlling thousands of fish with particles. Third-person shooter TPS demo. Okay, to get started with particles, the first thing we need to do is add a GPU particle 3D node to the scene. Before you can actually see any particles, we need to set up two parameters on the node: the material process, or process material, and at least one draw pass. Material process. To add a process material to your particle nodes, go to process material in the inspector panel. Click on the box next to the process material, and from the drop-down menu, select new particle process material. It's a special kind of material. We don't use it to draw any objects. We use it to update particle data and behavior on the GPU instead of the CPU, which comes with a massive performance boost. You click on the new okay. All right. In order to render any particles, at least one draw pass needs to be defined. To do that, go to draw pass in the inspector, click on the box next to pass 1 and new quad mesh from the drop down. After that, click on the mesh and set it to size 2.1 for X and Y. Reducing the mesh's size makes it a little easier to turn the individual particle meshes apart at this stage. You can use up to 4 draw passes per particle system. Each pass can render a different mesh with its own unique material. All draw passes use the data that is computed by the the process material, which is an efficient method for composing complex effects. Compute particle behavior once and fed it to multiple render passes. Ah. Oh, okay, so I could assign a mesh to this. So if I make a firefly mesh, then I could assign it to this. Have it poop out fireflies. Follow the steps above. Your particle system should now be emitting particles in a waterfall-like fashion. Make them move downward, disappear after a few seconds. This is the foundation of all particle effects. Take a look at the documentation for particle and particle material properties and how to make particle effects more interesting. Okay. Particle, 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 particle. Use capsule. Oh, okay. Capsule. Let's see how that looks. All right. Time properties, lifespan amount. Hmm. How does energy control how particles behave and change over their lifespan? A lot of them have min and max and curve values that allow you to fine tune their behavior. Property set with a random value of min max. If min max is the same, the value will always be the same for each particle. If the curve is also set, the value of the property will be multiplied by the value of the curve. Okay. What the hell? Oh, turbulence. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, I was lagging. Okay. Oh, it's affected by my mouse, it seems. Am I crazy? No, never mind. I'm crazy. For a second, it looked like it was. Anyway. Um. Oh, I could keep it on and I could. Okay, I see. Mm, 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 mm. There's videos talking about how to make a snow. When I look at fireflies, oh I know, creating embers, dust, and firefly particles. Let's look at this. 28 minutes.
In this video,
Oh,
we will take a look at how to create ember particles in Godot, but dust particles and fireflies are very similar to this. If you find this helpful, please subscribe. So let's slide in. Start by opening up Godot, and we can make this a new 3D scene. Next we want to hit the plus button and add a GPU, and specifically a GPU particles 3D. Hit create. You will get this warning, and that's telling us that we need to add a draw pass and a process material. So go to the draw pass, and on pass 1 we create a new quad mesh. Open a quad mesh up, and we can go to material, and here you can drag in your texture of choice. I'll link some resources to textures that you can use, but you can also get the resources on my GitHub source code. Go to the description and source code and follow the instructions on how to download if you want these textures. So I'll start with dragging in explosion texture. And right now you see it's black around the corners, so to fix that we have to go into the material. I'm gonna drag out this window a little bit so it's easier to see. Go into transparency, and on transparency we set this to alpha. We can also set the vertex color and use as albedo, enable that. That will allow us to change the color through the process material later. Then we can go down to billboard, and we can set the mode to particle billboard. This will make it face us always and will also allow us to
Mm.
change properties of the billboard. Then enable keep scale. This will allow us to change the scale in the process material later. And that's it for the draw pass, so we can close this down. We can open up the process material and make a new particle process material. It will start falling, so we can open it up and we can go into spawn and position. We can change the emission shape to a box, and to
Okay. Ah, okay. I see.
easier see the shape of the box, we can increase the amount. I'm gonna increase it to 8,000, and this will allow us to easier see the shape of the box. And I'm just gonna make it 10 on all of the axes, but this is a great way to see the size of the emission shape. I'm gonna decrease it back to 8. I'm gonna go into the velocity. I'm gonna set the max velocity to 2 and the minimum velocity to 1 to have some variability between the ones that are spawning, and go into animated velocity.
Wait, oops.
Variability
Mm.
between the ones that are spawning, and go into animated velocity. We can go into angular velocity, bump the max one up to something like 60. This will make some of them spin around, and we can set the minimum to something like 30. And we probably don't want them to be falling down, we want them to be floating around. So we could go into accelerations and on gravity, and we could either decrease the gravity or disable the gravity. That will make them just float around. Next we can go into the
Mm, 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 mm.
or disable the gravity. That will make them just float around. Next we can go into the display, and on scale, here we can change the scale. Right now they're just disappearing, but we can make them smaller at the end. So on the scale curve, make a new curve texture, open a curve texture up, and we have our curve here. And if we open that up as well, we have 2 points, and if we drag down the last point to the bottom, they will shrink at the end of their time. We can even adjust the rotation of it and make it more gradual. I'm gonna close the curve texture down.
Wait. Oh. Mm, mm,
And
mm,
we
mm,
can
mm,
also go
mm.
into the color curves, and on color ramp we can make a new gradient texture 1D, open color ramp up, and on gradient we can make a new point somewhere at the end here, and then select the last point and click on the color and just make it transparent. It's more visible. If we drag this middle point, you will see they are transparent and then disappear. I like having it close to the end, so something like that. Close the color ramp down, and
Mhm.
we can create an emission curve. If you're creating amber, you want them to glow, right? So open a curve texture up and make a new curve for this one as well. We can make 1 point, that's enough. And we can increase the amount to something like 10 and then drag the point up. We might even want it to glow even more, so maybe 20. And I don't think it looks too great right now.
Mm, 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 mm. Under particle, particle flag. Let me close out of all this stuff. This is like in your face. All right. Would you say enable align Y? They're all going to the right. I guess hold on.
So we can mess with the color up here and make it darker. So I feel like something orange like this is looking pretty good. And I think they're glowing
Color curves. Yeah, I'm gonna do that in a moment. Add more particles. Make them smaller. At some point, I'll change the capsule to like an actual model.
that much on 20, so I'm gonna increase it to 100. See if they glow a little bit more. Look it up. You could, if you want to, add another point to this and add it at the end to make them glow less at the end. And then the same as before, adjust the rotation of it if you wish to. We can can close this curve texture down. And now to one of the last steps of the process material. Go into the turbulence and we just enable this. And I'm gonna increase the amount. Let's make it 25. Let's set the time to 10. I will make them stay on the screen for 10 seconds. Then we can go into the turbulence and you might not want them to get this affected by it. So if you want them to be less affected, you can decrease the noise scale. I think something like 5 is
Okay. All right, let me save. All right. Whoops. I guess you could try it out. Wait, hold on. Let me save just in case. Oh, goodness. They look more like flies than they do fireflies. The swarm. Oh, God. Make it noise size based on it. Amount ratio. Oh. Hmm. All right. Not bad. Hmm. I thought might not have one. Let me see. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Oh, here it is. Okay, that's very in your face. Mm, 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 mm. All right, hold on. I feel like I have to like massively decrease the size of this. I have it to 0.5. I'm like have. Oop. Wait, what? Why is it so long? All right. Maybe it needs to be a bit smaller, but for the most part, this is pretty small. If you shift change value with mouse, you can control it like Blender. So I had a world environment node. It needs bloom in that. What's wrong with you? To have any visible effect, world environment requires its environment property to contain an environment. Its camera attributes property to contain a camera attributes resource, or both. Um, God, that's really bright. Glow. Oh wait, oops. Normalized. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. Oh God. Ugh. Hmm. All right. Wait, is there anything else that I missed out here? No, I finished it. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Wait, what? Oh. Like they're attracted to you? Hmm. I don't know if they're focused in on the center of the emitter. I don't know if they appear that way. Mm 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 mm. Uh-oh. I could. Um. Whoops. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, rotates both. Now rotates Feels both at the same time. Hmm. Oh, okay. All right. I see the vision. What is it? Maybe I'll play around with the creating a snowing particle another time. I think I'm gonna keep the pumpkins around at least for a little bit longer. I was gonna say until the start of December, but I don't know. Is it gonna snow anytime soon, actually? Speaking of snowing. No. Okay, that's a good thing, actually. Snow's really annoying to clean. I'd rather not deal with it. Alright, let me it is almost time. So I'm gonna spend the last 15 minutes looking at this what's it called? Looking at this behavior tree stuff. Lower particles and show how it looks in overlay. Let's see. How much? 500? Or is that still too much? That might still be too much. You think so? I can slow them down a bit. Okay. Let's see. Forgot it does that shit. That scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I'll play around with it a bit. Because what is it? I'm just using the capsules for now. Maybe later on I might want to make like a very simple uh Firefly model to replace it. All right. So yeah, I'll continue. Let's watch this for now until we end it for today, and then we'll swap over to do a little bit of Terraria. Um. So yeah. Oh, in terms of the schedule, I think I should be able to stream tomorrow, but I won't be able to stream on Friday, and then we'll be back with more Terraria on Saturday and Sunday. I forgot to mention that as well. So yeah. Anyway, let me look at this some more.
is nothing. Nothing at all would happen because we're just going to end up running this once and then returning success, and then this task would be over with, right? But there's going to be some other stuff that we want to do. So, of course, we need to find a position, and this position that we want to find needs to be equal to a vector 2. And then we need to find a direction so we know where the position is that we want to choose, right? We can't find the position until we know the direction.
Um, Probably I think I did, but it might not be as bright as it may or may not should be. Or may what am I saying? May or may not what? Okay, whatever. You know what I mean. Mm, 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 mm. What am I looking for? I do say it does. It does also not look like they're glowing like at all. Oh, oh. I think my overlay crashed. I don't know what happened there. That's weird. God, that still scares me. Jesus Christ. That noise is probably not the best. TVH. I need to edit that most likely. God. I don't know. Anyway, where was I?
So to find the direction, we can just say, okay, well, var direction is going to equal a rando direction. And to choose a random direction, we're going to go down here, create a new function, choose this random direction in a new function by just saying something along the lines of var direction is going to equal a randy range, so a random integer range between -2 and 1, right? Because if we think about this, we're going to end up having the chance to get two negative numbers and two positive numbers. 0 is going to be positive, 1 is going to be positive, -2 is going to be negative, and -1 is going to be negative. Because if we get the absolute of 0, it's still equal to 0. So it's going to count that as a positive. So this is going to give us a 50-50 chance to choose either or, right? Then we can say, okay, well, if the absolute of direction is not equal to direction, then we can say, okay, well, the direction needs to be equal a negative number because that's what it's going to be. And else we can say, okay, well, if it's not equal to a negative number, then direction is going to be equal to a positive number, right? And then we can end up saving this variable onto our blackboard, which I talked about earlier, right? So we can say, okay, well, blackboard dot set variable. So we're going to set a variable on our blackboard, which means we can access this variable, which is from other scripts, which is our direction var, right? Like we created up here. And then what do we want to save our direction variable as? Well, we want to save it as the value of whatever direction is equal to, right? This variable right here. So we're going to end up saving that. Then up here, we're going to end up making the other direction variable equal.
Something like 100. Um. I don't know how to add more to it, TBH. Because I do have an emission curve, which is set to 100. But that also doesn't seem to be doing much. So I'm not too sure. I mean, what? Set that to 100? That doesn't seem to change much. Maybe if I like lower the environments, like set it like a custom color and make it like darker, maybe it'll shine more, you know? Oh yeah, there we go. I think. Wait, oop. Ah, there we go. Now they're glowing. Now we're cooking. So I guess it was to make the background. Oh no, you can still see them glowing even with a basic background. Okay. Need some random colors too. Some yellow, some orange. I think there is a way to do that. Hold on. Did I delete it? I did not. I could add a color ramp hue variation. Like color property, hue variation controls a particular color, but a different way. It does not color bars directly, but by shifting the color hue. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, yeah, hue variation. It works on top of the particle current color values you set for the variation minimum and the variation max control how far the hue is allowed to shift in either direction. A higher value leads to more color variation, while a low value limits the available colors to the closest neighbor's original color. Mm, 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 mm. I don't think I need this. I might need to increase the number. That didn't seem to be doing anything. Oh wait. Yeah, they're all still yellow. Nothing changing on that aspect. Did I read this wrong? So yeah, it works on top of the particle current color. The values you set for variation min and max control how far the hue is allowed to shift in either direction. A high value leads to more color variation, while a low value limits the available colors to the closest neighbors of the original color. But I set it to max, and it didn't seem to do anything. They're all still yellow. Maybe it's because the color is like too strong. Maybe I need to like turn it down, and then it will start to work. Mm, 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 mm. I think that panel's part of color. In the documentation, it says that it is the hue variation. It says that it controls the color but in a different way. Hmm. Color initial ramp. What is this? Each particle's initial color will vary along the gradient, multiplied with color. Color initial ramp multiplies the particle's mesh vertex colors to a visible effect. Maybe this one? Hmm. It doesn't seem to do anything either. Oh, I just need to add a variation curve to it. Nah, that won't do anything. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. This feels right, but maybe I'm missing something painfully obvious. Hmm. All right. Anyway, I think that's what I'm gonna call it for today. For the Godot section of today. Um, for the most part, it was all right. I didn't get to fix the one thing that I was mainly going towards, which is the whole text issue. I need to like figure out how I'm going to do that or find out like a different solution to that problem because it's boggling my mind why it doesn't work the way I feel like it should work, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. But it feels like that should work the way I think it does, but it doesn't for some reason. So we'll see. I'll have to figure that out. And I guess for now we'll just like deal with it, deal with the fact that some messages might be insanely big and I just have to delete them so they don't clog up the screen. I did fix the issue with the whole delete thing being stuck at one, which I kind of forgot that I needed to fix that. I had it in my notes, but I didn't actually fix it until now. So that's fixed. Very good. We played around with the fireflies. I'll see about adding this. I want to play around with it a bit more. I'll do that off stream. I also want to, of course, make something related to snowing in the future. I'm not too sure where I'm gonna add it, but sometime around December. Maybe before, maybe during December, I'll have that added. I guess it would make sense to like make December 1st the day where the overlay swaps to a more Christmassy theme. So if that's the case, then I should start preparing for that ASAP. I did say I was gonna try to like be more, what's it called? Have more of an overlay presence than I did with the Halloween stuff. Because Halloween stuff, there's only like a few pumpkins on screen, but maybe I should be doing more for the Christmas one. I do have an entire month, although an entire month in the grand scheme of things isn't very long. But I'll try to brainstorm some ideas to like try to implement some things. Um, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, and what else? Yeah, I'll continue looking at that behavior tree stuff. I'll continue looking at the animation stuff. I'll try to figure that out, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Like I said, this is going to be hopefully a bi-weekly thing. I might do this once every 2 weeks, so that I can still keep up on my Blender stuff. I don't think I did. No, I'm gonna have to look at that. But yeah, and then what else? I think that's everything for now. But yeah, I need to start brainstorming things to add for the Christmas season, apart from obviously the snow. I need to make changes to the actual overlay to Christmasify it a little bit. Um, as I work on the other things that I want to add to the overlay. So yeah, that's my task for the time being. But anyway, that is about it for the Godot section. We'll be back tomorrow with more Revi, of course, continuing making her clothing since I think for the most part we're done with the shoe. So we'll move on to her shorts. Ow. So yeah. Let me save this. I do have to relaunch the old overlay because as soon as I close out of this, I'm gonna lose the overlay that you guys can currently see, but it's fine. So yeah, let's stop that. Let's delete that. Let me launch the overlay. There we go. So yeah, the mouth movements are going to be disabled for a little bit. It's gonna take a second for it to start working. But yeah, let's switch the category. Terraria. I'll play Terraria for a little bit. Just to, I guess, continue advancing the plot. Um, because it is. What did I have to do last time? Um, because it is. I got my armor. I got the weapon. Is there anything else I need? I think I was looking for like, it was in the ice biome because I was looking for the ice boomerang because I wanted to combine the boomerang I have right now plus the ice boomerang plus the normal boomerang to make this sort of like special boomerang. But I think there's like a magma boomerang that does like way more damage than the three combined. So it's like not even like a good idea um to do that. Like it's kind of a waste of time. Also, I'm pretty sure for some reason our world doesn't have a like a normal boomerang, or if it does, I kind of lost it. Hello, how are you? Ow. Welcome, welcome. I think I was also looking for Ruby. Was I? If I was looking for Ruby, I don't remember what exactly I was looking for rubies for. TBH. It's been a while, so I've kind of forgotten um what I was even doing in Terraria. All right. Let me launch the server. Oh yeah, what is it? We were working on the overlay in Godot. Today was the first try of that sort of stream. It went all right. We played around with a few things. We fixed a few issues that I've had in the past. There's like one really big issue that I wasn't able to fix, sadly. Um, but yeah, it's a nice time because then I could just like show off the overlay and talk about the overlay. Um, which I'm very happy about. Oh wait, oops, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. But yeah, and now since it's the last hour of the stream, I usually switch to a game. And so we're playing a bit more Terraria. But yeah, we'll be back with more Revy tomorrow. I just wanted to try out working on the overlay during stream to see how it goes. So far, so good. It's not bad. All right. So yeah, what was I gonna do? Because what is the good thing about the boomerang is that the boomerang is considered a melee damage, so it gets amplified by my armor set. Because yeah, if you combine all three boomerangs, it does 21 damage. But if you find the flamerang, or actually you could craft it. Oh, but you need the enchanted boomerang for it. That's the issue. I don't think there's a regular boomerang in this world. I haven't found one. And I'm pretty sure we don't have any boomerangs in our chests. I wouldn't have picked it up because it's like a boomerang. That's not very useful. At least that's what my thought process would have been. We'd probably delete some of these old equipment. I don't know if there's a way to scrap it. Yeah, Terraria. So I could get like the resources back. Mm, cause yeah, I don't think I've been collecting boomerangs, and I don't know if there's any other areas where they might spawn in. What is this? Oh no, Antlion mandible. Kind of looks like a boomerang or something like it. But yeah, how are you? Hopefully you're doing pretty good. I guess I can explore. I feel like it should be like in pretty easy areas to find, and I've looked on the surface enough, and still haven't found it. So I don't know where else it could be. DBH. How strange that I'm struggling to find a boomerang. It's pretty good. It's kind of like Minecraft, if you've played Minecraft. But it's like a bit more focused on what's it called, the bosses. Minecraft has some bosses, but you don't really need to fight them. I feel like, unless you want to, like, I guess, quote unquote, beat the game. But in this game, you do kind of have to fight the bosses to progress the game. What the fuck? Why did the water change color? That's weird. Why is it changing color? What's wrong? What? God boss battles from mods with friends. Yeah, I haven't actually like I was considering downloading such a mod. Cause what is it? I have played the game before. So I like remember, but I did it like a long time ago. So it's been a while. So I have considered like maybe downloading one of those mods that add like content to the game. But I think as a bit of a refresher, it's good to try to beat the base game. And then maybe afterwards I could consider playing the modded version. Maybe. Or maybe we could take a break. Because what is it? If we have to restart the entire game, then maybe a break would be better. Because what is it? The early game can be kind of brutal at times. But yeah, it's good fun. TBH. It's very well fleshed out for a game that's quite old. When did it come out again? I don't even remember. But yeah, I'm looking for, I guess, I don't know, I'm looking for caves, I guess. For chest. So I could get a boomerang. Wait, what boomerang do I have? I have the shroomerang. Mushroom. Boomerang. I guess I got lucky enough to find this. But not lucky enough to find the regular boomerang. Oh shit, whoops. Oh god. Yeah, I think it is quite hard to make, like, a game like this. It's like 2D. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. I saw that too. I still got hit by it. Oh, the arrows were poisoned. Oh, what, for the overlay? I guess... I guess I could see the resemblance. But honestly, I haven't actually thought about that. This wasn't like originally my inspiration. Hmm. Not too sure. Anyway, I'm also making my way towards the jungle because the next boss we need to fight is the queen bee, and so I need to start setting up a an arena to fight her. I also need to set up a potion place. We can start making potions because these bosses are gonna be hard if we don't potion up. Get a little bit of protection. Cause what is it? I don't remember, but hopefully it didn't like delete the boomerangs when I got them. Because I don't know, maybe somewhere in my mind I was like, I'm not gonna need a boomerang. Boomerangs are useless. And I just like deleted it, I guess. Like maybe that could have happened. And I just kind of forgot. So hopefully that's not the case. Because that would kind of suck. But what is it? Apart from the elevator, I haven't really done too much like underground exploring. I guess I could do some when I'm in the jungle. Since I'm gonna have to look for the queen bee nest. I think the summoner has to go to the queen bee as well, because I think the beehives, killing the bees drops like stuff that you need to build like the bee armor, which I think is a summoning thing. I used to play the summoner class, so I remember some of the bits, but not really. It's been too long. All right, we made it, and I think have I been down there? I don't think I have. Have I? No. I guess let's explore down there first. There's an opening. Why not? Oh God. I keep on fumbling. We'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. And I'll find a chest with a boomerang somewhere. There's probably a lot of the map that I haven't explored yet. I feel like I've stuck to. Oh yeah, we also need more life crystals. I don't think Broly is at max health. Yeah. So the more exploration is a good thing. I guess the good thing is now I've reached a point in the game where, for the most part, the basic enemies don't really annihilate me like they used to. So So I'm doing pretty alright for myself. Oh shit, there was a fucking dart trap over there. Alright, never mind, there's nothing down here. An empty hole. Oh, oops. Thought I'm gonna sneeze. There's another gnome. What's up with the gnomes? I think those are new. I don't think I've ever seen a gnome before. There's an achievement to like. Oh, there's something down there. There is an achievement to like. What was it again? I think you have to like petrify like a gnome. I don't even know how to do that though, so I wouldn't know where to begin on that front. But I guess it is an achievement that exists, so. A boomerang! Nice. Okay, sick. I can make the magma boomerang now. I do need to get more magma ore. Can of worms? Do I want that? What? I don't think I do. What? Pretty lucky, pretty lucky, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I was contemplating returning home to get that set up, but I do need to look for the queen bee place and get that set up. So I need to not get distracted by the boomerang. It's crazy how big the jungle biome is. Holy shit. The fuck is this bird? Oh. He was non-hostile. Okay, this is where the meteorite fell last time. All right, keep your peepers peeled for a beehive. Because we could, in theory, not do the bee boss and go straight to the dungeon. But I don't actually know what the bee drops in terms of like loot. I think the bee is good for the summoning class, but none of us are planning on going summoner. So technically, unless like the specific boss drop is like insanely good, I don't know if it's like 100% worth it to fight the bee boss. Oh wait, ooh, a big bee. That's a good sign, right? I think. Question mark. Another big one. Are those good signs? Maybe not. Maybe it's just a random bee. Because I don't see anything here. Deceitful bees. Ooh, a life crystal though. We'll take that. What should I throw away? Let's throw away the darts. Oh god. Looks like a hole. Oh, another life crystal. Sick. But yeah, what is it? I am excited to continue working on the overlay. Even though, what is it, the fix didn't work out today. Oh shit, whoops. Oh god. The damage is insane, what the fuck? The jungle is no joke. I haven't even found a beehive yet. Where the fuck are the beehives? I did find a railway though. So I guess that's good. Oh wait, honey. What the hell? Oh, and there's a pixie as well. Oh wait, don't lead me here, pixie. I see that one already. Oh, I'm out of torches. How does he see nearby danger sources? Ah. There's a lot of life crystals in here. That's just pretty good. What is this biome? Whoa. What is it? This is like a corruption thing, isn't it? Why is it here? Is the jungle gonna become corrupted at some point? Perchance? Maybe. Oh, wait, what was that? But I can't see shit. The secret jungle chest. Saffron regrowth. Creates grass on dirt. Increases alchemy plant collection when used together. Oh, that's actually really good. I need to get that. Hold on. What else do we have here? Silver bars, throwing knives. Rich mahogany leaf wand. Consumes rich mahogany. Places rich mahogany leaves. Living mahogany wand. Places living rich mahogany. Okay, I don't want any of that. I just want the regrowth staff. It's pretty good. It's gonna help a lot with the whole potion making idea. I'm able to grow more. Oh wait, there's something down there too. My inventory is so full right now, but I'm like finding such good areas. It's so deep too. If I try to come back here, it's gonna be such a pain. Although I did light it up, and I think I need more wood or something, because I'm out of torches materials, and I don't know what I'm missing. Maybe it's goo. I don't see any goo in my inventory. Where's the wood though? Might be a combination of both actually. I don't have any goo or any wood in my inventory. What is a flare gun? I don't know if flare guns are any good though. What is this? A stinger. Oh, why is there like two different kinds of bees? That bee had like a hat or something. Ah, nice. Oh yeah, honey's also really good. I just remembered. I think if you sit in honey for like a second, you get some extra health regeneration. So actually, oh wait, ooh, I found the jungle temple. Okay, it's good to know where that is once we get to that point in the game. Although it's gonna be a while before we get there. What was I gonna say? Yeah. If I get enough to make like a little pool of honey at our arena, then during fights, all we have to do is like briefly run over it. And then we get a buff to our healing. Oh god. Still no beehives though. I don't know where they are. This is a really big biome, so it makes sense that it's taking a while to find a beehive. But I've seen a lot of bees, just no hives. Oh, beehive. What is this biome though? It's like purple biome. Looks sick. And there's a few treasure chests over here. Godly flail. Do I care about flails? 20. Wait, let me put it in my hands. 24 damage. For some reason, it looks like. Oh wait, oops. It looks like my buffs aren't doing anything. It still says 24. Ooh, an Eye of Cthulhu or Suspicious Eye. Um, healing, regeneration. Oh, this is wood. Oh, what is this? It's like a golem down there. What the hell? Oh, it's granite. Granite golem. Unconscious man. Huh? How did we get here? The last thing I remember was a portal opening up in front of me. Oh, this is the guy who summons the defender stuff. I didn't really quite get this when I played it last time. He had some like summoning stuff, but it's all like stationary. Flame burst rod, 17 summon damage. You can summon like a ballista and stuff like that. So it is. It's kind of like a tower defense thing. I don't know if there's like any benefit in actually doing it. It all seemed kind of pointless at the end of the day. You know, I should probably go home. Oh, what is this? Brisk Bazaar. Immune to poison. Oh. When the fuck did I pick that up? I don't even know. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I should probably go home. Because my inventory's full and I have no torches. So any new area I explore is technically not gonna be explored to its fullest. I'm only gonna explore it with wait, what are these called? I already forgot. Wow. Oh god. Yeah, but there's how weird. There's like a little bit of honey here. This isn't a hive. But yeah, you get 30 seconds of honey, which gives you life regeneration is increased. It's very good. I need to make a bucket so that I can bring some honey back home. Oh God. Oh, another jungle temple. So yeah, I'll go home. I'll make my new boomerang, which I think I need to go collect more magma ore to be able to do. And then I don't know, we might call it there for today. Titan. Spiked feral claws increases melee speed. Enables auto swing for melee weapons. Ooh, that sounds not bad for someone who does melee damage. Increase 12% increased melee speed. I don't know. I don't know what to replace though. That's the issue. There's such like good equipment. I'm not too sure like what's best to replace with all this new stuff. Okie dokie. God, whoops. I feel like I could pick this up. Hold on. Let's throw away stone. I do have gel. Oh, it's a compass. Jungle spores. Are those any good? I actually don't know. What is that? I don't know. Hermes boots. Some dynamite. I might have to explore this place with dynamite. But the issue with that is if I break the cocoon that the queen bee is in, it'll automatically start her boss fight. So I kind of don't want to do that. That would be very bad. What is that? I don't know. Fleeting anklet of the wind. Oh shit, am I drowning? What's going on? Something was hitting me. What does this do? 10% increased movement speed. Do I care about that? Not really. But you might be able to combine it with something. That's the issue with having such a full inventory as well. Can't bring stuff back. Oh wait, is that a beehive? I think it is. Hold on. It is. Okay, I found it. I don't know if can I make things on my map? No. Or what is this? Oh, okay, that just let me back. Okay. There's a what is it? There is a cocoon. Alright, let's go home. Alright, so I know where it is. It's right there. So when I go back, I know where to look. Mm, 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 mm. Oh yeah. Obsidian lockbox. I need a shadow key. Oh yeah, I need to keep the obsidian as well. Oh, we can put that away. Oh yeah, we need that. Shoomerang. Oh yeah, we got this like little slime. I kind of forgot about him. Little Steve. Little dude, bro. Oh, you know what? I think I might have enough magma blocks. I might not have to go mining. Oh wait, I need stars because I need to upgrade the boomerang to the enchanted version. And then wait, is that the only stars we have? 12. Might be. Yeah, looks like it is. I don't know if that's gonna be enough though. Let's see. Oh no, it is. It's only you only need one. What? That's crazy. So yeah, the enchanted boomerang plus 10 Hellstone gives me the Flamerang, which does 58 damage, which actually is better than my weapon at the moment, which is kind of funny. So yeah, now I have a melee weapon and a melee weapon that I could shoot out, and the range is actually pretty decent. I just have to wait for it to come back. That's like the only downside. Alright, so yeah, I don't have to go down. I'm gonna leave this stuff behind. Since technically I don't need it anymore. Mm -mm 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 -mm. Oh yeah, 15 day blooms, and I got a shit ton of seeds back. Not bad, not bad. Cause yeah, what can I replace for the increased attack speed? The brain gives me invincibility. The shield gives me a dash and 2 defense. The band of regeneration gives me regeneration. I don't know if that stacks with the campfire, and if I get what's it called? If I get honey as well, I don't know if that stacks as well. Cloud in a bottle gives me a double jump, and Hermes boots gives me faster run speed. I need to start looking into how to combine things. Hmm. Alright, maybe not the best idea, or maybe not the best use of my time right now, but I kind of want to continue to expand the mine shaft. I almost said Minecraft. I guess technically there is an upgrade, but that's after beating the Skeletron. For me, at least, there's another upgrade. Cause what else? Let's see. So yeah, the boomerang does 49, and the sword that I have currently does 40. So anything that does more than that, I should look out for. Oh, the phase saber. Apparently, the phase saber does 48 damage. Oh shit! Whoops. I might consider making that. Oh wait, but I think it might only be available. Oh yeah, never mind. It's only available in the. It's weird because what is it? There's so many versions of Terraria that like the phase saber is only available in the 3DS version of Terraria. So yeah, the only stuff that is pre-hard mode that does more damage than the weapons I currently have are the Blue Moon, which is found in locked gold chests, which are in the dungeon, and the Sun Fury, which is found in shadow chests, which I believe are also only found in the dungeon. So it's gonna be a while basically before before I get an upgrade to my damage. But my damage at the moment is pretty good. I need to check out my armors though. I'm pretty sure my armor is decent now. But I wonder if there's another upgrade before I take on the Wall of Flesh, or if this is the peak that I have for pre-hard mode. I wish I went to get a better pickaxe because this is faster for sure, but it's still very slow. I should build like a drill, although I don't know if I have access to making drills at the moment. Because what is it? Drills don't mine good enough, but they mine faster. So for something like dirt, it might actually be better to switch to a drill than to be mining all this dirt with a pickaxe. I'm afraid I might displace the sand once I hit this sandy beach. Or maybe I'm like low enough that I won't hit the sand and I'll hit like sandstone. No, never mind. I fucking hit sand. Alright. I'm gonna have to like replace the bottom. Can I do that? I feel like I can't. I probably need like wait, did I get sand in my inventory? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, that's right. Cause yeah, okay. I wonder if stone block works though. We'll see. Because otherwise, I'm gonna have to. I guess I could dig down and make it a bit roller coastery. I guess in my head I was like, I'm gonna make the train flat, but I don't have to make it flat. Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put this away. 12% even isn't even that great for attack speed. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna call it for today. So like I said, we'll be back tomorrow with some more Revy, continuing the clothing. Now that we're done with the shoes, we'll work on her shorts, and then after the shorts, work on her top, and then after that, we might do the hair down version, or we might go straight into working on her wintry outfit. Um, at some point, I'm gonna have to do the hair down version. Um, then what else? And yeah, and then we'll see. I want to get everything done before I start UV unwrapping. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your evening, rest of your day, and I'm gonna go now. See you guys. Goodbye. 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 Bye.